Alrighty. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Every Which Way. My name is Dana, and I have been a witch since I was around 13, 14 years old. And off and on again, by the way, there was a period in my life that I did not practice my craft or anything like that, but, well, I have been the past 6-7 years been getting back into it and really embracing my life's path. And yeah, so that's part of the reason why I made this podcast. One, to kind of reach out and make community and make friends, and also to educate and educate others and re-educate myself. So how have you all been doing today? Did you have a nice weekend? Anything going on in your lives? I know that today, when I'm recording this, I had a women's circle, and that was wonderful. The women's circles that I go to, they're always so very healing and therapeutic and very relaxing, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. I've got my drink of choice right now is water, because I haven't had any water yet today, so I'm having water. And I'm burning some vampire's blood incense from Satya, and also a candle. It is clove and wood. I got it at Ross's a couple weeks ago, and it smells so nice. It really does. So yeah, what are you guys drinking? I'd love to know. And speaking of, you guys, my audience, my wonderful friends and companions, I just want to say a big, large, huge, gigantic thank you. I recently hit 100 listens on Spotify, and I just want to give you all my gratitude for taking time out of your day to listen to my little podcast here in my tiny corner of the world that is currently Pennsylvania in the United States. It's awesome. I didn't ever think truly that I would get to 100 listens in such a short time. I mean, this is only my 10th or 11th, I think, if I recall correctly, episode, and it's really nice to know that there's a small percentage of people who do listen and who, I hope, genuinely enjoy the content that I'm bringing, and I hope to continue to earn your time and your patience, and I just want to genuinely say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for giving me a chance and listening. Alright, so what am I going to be talking about today? Well, last week I did a little bit of history and a general introduction to the Eld of Futhark runes. And this week I'm going to expand more into one particular rune, Thurisaz. And before I get to my notes, I would like to read a little quote. A little quote that kind of sums up what the rune Thurisaz is. And it reads, "A warning heeded is a shield on your arm. Unheeded, it is a sword in your enemy's hand." And that's coming from the Rune Oracle by Lona Eversden. So yeah, let's jump into Thurisaz. Alright, so it is the third rune of Freya's rune set, the 8 et. So, like, last week I spoke that of the 24 runes in the Elder Futhark, there are 3 Ets, and the first one is Freya's. Thurisaz is pronounced, well, Thurisaz, and when used as an actual alphabet, it makes the sound th, so th. The word itself means thorn, also Thor, or Thor's hammer. The Thurs, the THURS portion of Thursday is also derived from Thurisaz or Thor. And when looking at this rune, it's shaped like a thorn, like one would find on a rose or a thorn bush. It's that straight vertical line, and it's got like a little triangle jutting out from the right side, and it looks like a thorn. Excuse me. All right. Let's see here. My notes are a little bit jumbled, I'm not going to lie. But it's been a bit of a rough week at work. And not rough in a bad way, but just long. If that makes any sense. Anyway, so let's get to some associations with Thurisaz. So, the deity most associated with Thurisaz, aside from Freya, is, well, Thor. The tree that it's associated with is blackthorn. Its animal companion is the snake. The bird is the albatross. Plant is the thistle. And the color is bright red, which I like. I like that a lot. Alright, so in the early days when the Elder Futhark was first being used and spread, it was first thought to represent a giant or a giant's axe with the way that it's shaped. And in old Nordic languages, it even means giant and stuff like that. So the main themes of this rune are pretty much, they're about boundaries, balance, challenges, defense, limitations, as well as protection. And some, sorry, it's like I said, I'm a bit jumbled. It's something. And let's see here. So this is largely a rune of non-action. It can be, in a way, kind of used as an attack, like for offense and stuff like that, but it is mostly a defensive and protective rune. In Old Norse and English poems, they often refer to this rune in terms of power, strength, and resistance, with resistance being the major driving focus. And that is because if we think about it, Thurisaz, thorn, what do we think of when we think of thorns? We think, ow, it hurts when it pricks my flesh because I wanted to pick up that flower or I wanted to go for a walk in the woods and I just, impale myself on this tiny little thing. And at first, we kind of have, again, the pain, but also a little bit of, annoyance or anything like that. Or whatever you feel when you get pricked by a thorn or anything like that. But it's a defense mechanism for the plant to set its boundaries very clear and concise. It's a warning, like, hey, this is the line. Do not cross this line, because if you do, I am going to stab you. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Probably more than I needed to. So, it's also, in a way, a rune of balance. And part of this does come from, again, Nordic mythology. There is a tale where Thor took on giants, but he did not kill them all. He only killed just enough to help maintain balance in the realm. So if one is not using Thurisaz for defense, it can be used as balance and balancing one's self. In a reading, it could also indicate upcoming danger. Perhaps you've overestimated your own power and strength, and Thurisaz is going to tell you, do not start a fight. Your enemy is far stronger than you. Negotiate. Be patient. Find another way around the problem. But it's mostly defense. Like thorns themselves, they're not going to go out and strike on their own. That's not what they do. It's more of a barrier. So the earthly meanings, which the more tangible ones are self-deception, pride, barriers, and protection. That makes sense. Again, because, like a thorn, it does provide that. But spiritually, its main focus is inner truth, false ego, destruction, and rebirth. And because of that, I kind of like to compare Thurisaz to the Tower card from the tarot, from the major arcana of the tarot. So with the Tower, it's pretty much everything is going to crumble around you and be destroyed. But because of that, through that, something even better for you is going to be created. It's going to suck when it happens because, of course, change and all of that is going to suck. No one likes change. No one likes the status quo to be different. That's why it's called the status quo, because it stays the same. We want things to go smoothly and for stuff not to change because that's safe. That's safe, that's familiar, and it's not scary. But the thing with that is that if we stay in one place, we stay stagnant and we don't grow and we don't become the best versions of ourselves that we can be. So like the Tower, Thurisaz is also going to, when needed, it's going to help you through that destructive point of your life. It's going to be there to give you protection, but it's going to, of course, hurt in a way. And this is if you don't, if you're kind of careless with it in a way. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you are being too stubborn about a situation or something like that, or if you're not heeding the warnings that are coming to you, or if you're not allowing yourself to be protected by your natural defenses, then it's going to come and bite you in your butt. That's how it is. And in a way, it's your good fortune coming to an end or turning in on itself. Kind of like a snake eating its own tail. I hope that makes sense. But that's kind of how I like to compare Thurisaz as far as tarot. And in a way, that is indeed what it likes to do. It's also, like I said, it's a rune of non-action. So it is used primarily for defense. But in a way, it's also a gateway that allows a person to see their reflection. It's not a gateway in the sense of it being used to travel, but in like a mirror. It's giving you time to pause and reflect. And if you want to use Thurisaz, you can easily do so. There have been quite a few times when I've used marker or whatever I had on me to actually draw runes directly onto my flesh, because I don't really care if I get poisoned by ink or whatever. I really don't. Or you could wear it like a symbol of it on a necklace or something like that. You can draw it and place it wherever you feel you need protection. So if you want it on your person, you can draw just a little Thurisaz, like on a piece of paper, and tuck that into your wallet or into your cell phone case or into your car or wherever you would like. Or you can even take a little piece like of a rose stem or a thorn stem with a thorn and just use that to represent Thurisaz. So let's see here. But with Thurisaz, with any of the runes, even tarot, really, you kind of want to, whatever physical representation you have, so like with your oracle deck or your tarot deck or with your runes or actual anything like that, you want to give it some of your energy in order for it to actually work. I think a lot of people, myself included, sometimes forget that it's a give and take. You have to give in order to get. So it would help tremendously with anything that you're working with, whether it be runes, your tarot cards, your oracle cards, your herbs, your crystals, your incense, whatever. Just give it some of your energy. Let it know that you care. And one of the things that I like to do is I like to hold whatever it is I'm working with, like a crystal or an herb, in my hand, and just kind of focus and direct a little bit of my energy into it. And I do this with my eyes closed, and I hold it cupped in my hands with it cupped in one and the other one over top of it, making a little cocoon. And I just envision part of my own essence going into it and giving it that energy and that strength. And you can do that with pretty much anything. But yeah, I'm sorry if this is really jumbled. It feels jumbled to me, and I know that it probably is, but it's been a weird week or two. Does anyone else feel that? Like it's kind of been weird, and that you've been a little scatterbrained or anything? I know that Venus just left. Sorry, that was my nail scraping across my chair. I didn't fart. I swear I didn't fart. But I know that Venus went out of retrograde just recently and won't be back until 2025. But I'm pretty sure we have a few other planets that are still in retrograde, because I can pronounce my hours. Retrograde. And I think that's kind of one of the reasons why my head is a little jumbled right now. But yeah, so like the thorn, use Thurisaz to set your boundaries, to give yourself that protection and the limitations. Like, don't let people, anyone, like whether it be your friends, your coworkers, or even your family, don't let them walk all over you. Give yourself a little bit of protection. And Thurisaz might be able to help you with that if you feel called to it. don't force yourself to work with a rune or a deity or anything that you're not comfortable with. But if you do feel that pull to use Thurisaz, then go ahead and use it. And use it to set those boundaries, to balance yourself out, or help balance your life. Because at the end of the day, these runes, the herbs, the crystals, the flowers, the tarot cards, they're all just tools that we use to help us on our journey in this life. I always like to say to people whenever they ask what's witchcraft, what do you need to be a witch, I tell them at the bare minimum, the only thing that you ever need is yourself. You only need yourself. It's nice to have all the other things, I'm not going to lie, and it's nice to be able to have crystals and tarot cards and runes and all of that cool jazz, but at the end of the day, you only need yourself. But having the cards and the runes is really nice. Alrighty, well, I would normally... Luna, get out of there, you little heathen. Sit up. I love all three of my cats, Luna included, but sometimes, and I know that she's still just a baby, but sometimes she can be a little rambunctious, a little rowdy, and she really doesn't need to be. It's cute. It's really cute. She's adorable. Maybe I'll post some pictures of them either on my Instagram or on the Facebook page so that you guys can see these cute little bundles of joy. But anyway, so, alright, listen up, guys, next episode, I will be going over the next Sabbath, which is Mabon, and that's because the following one is going to be number 2 of Sabbath Spooks, alright? So, I hope that you guys are raring and ready to go to learn all about Mabon. I know, I'm really excited. It's getting close. It's one of my favorites, Mabon. But it's getting really close to fall and Halloween and all of that good jazz. And, oh, little Luna, come here. No, baby. No, okay. Now you get to be held with Mom. Yeah, go ahead, sniff the microphone. Yeah, you're just a little baby. You're just a little kitty baby. Yes, you are. You're kind of weird, but you're cute weird. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you guys are ready for that. I know I am. And before I end today's episode, I'm going to pull a card. And instead of doing a tarot or anything like that, I'm going to pull from my Affirmation of the Fairy Cats deck. I know I already pulled from this once, but I'm drawn to do it again. So give a nice little shuffle here. There we go. And let's see what we got. Oh, sun. Oh, I love that. The reason why I was drawn to get this deck is because I have a love for cats. They are one of my favorite animals. I often say that if I could be reborn as an animal, I'd be reborn as a cat. And the artwork is just truly, truly beautiful and adorable. Alright, so the sun. My heart is energized with every rising of the sun. My heart is light, bright, and shines with positive attitude. The sun is the ultimate source of life for our planet. Without its shining energy, life on Earth simply wouldn't be possible. It's no wonder so many cultures worship the sun as a deity. In the far reaches of our history, our ancestors welcomed the day with awe and reverence. They carefully track the majestic movements of the sun's dance with the seasons, creating rituals to celebrate milestones in the wheel of the year. The ancient Egyptians worshipped the sun god Ra, who is sometimes depicted as rising out of a lotus blossom growing from the primordial earth. Over time, the sun has lost its mystery for us, and we now know the science behind its radiance. While the sun is no longer the mystery it once was, it's every bit as awe-inspiring today, as it supports our sustenance, health, and well-being. Light up your life! Try to get a little sun exposure every day. Sunlight has been shown to boost chemicals in our brains that promote happiness, and also helps our bodies make vitamin D, which is crucial for our own health. While it's important to be mindful of too much sun exposure, a few minutes a day can boost our moods and contribute to our health. I want to put a little note in here to just let you guys know that up until the past couple days, which it has been raining, and we need it, don't get me wrong, but my brother, he made me and my partner a set of Adirondack chairs and a table to go with it. My brother is an amazing craftsman, and it's wonderful, but I like to go out there with water and a book and read a couple chapters every day, except for when it's raining because I don't want to get soggy. All right, on with the reading. Once in a while, try to get up early enough to enjoy watching the sunrise. Early morning sunshine is fresh and light, bathing the world with a rosy glow that encourages us to get up and get on with our day. It sparks creativity and imparts a sense of optimism. The noontime sun is warm and energetic, and marks the sun's highest position in the sky. It's also the hottest part of the day, giving us a needed boost of energy during the winter. In very hot climates, it's a good time to take a rest and recharge before you go on with your day. Sunset's gorgeous warm hues encourage us to settle down for the night and boosts feelings of gentle happiness and well-being. Take advantage of this calming energy to relax with friends or family. Enjoy a nice cup of tea or read a good book, or all of the above. The all the above thing is what I added. Attuning to the sun. A personal morning positivity ritual offers a great way to boost your energy and will leave you refreshed and ready to face your busy day. Sunrise is the best time for this, but you can do this at any time in the morning. Find a spot where the sunlight can shine directly on your face, whether outside or through a window. With your eyes closed, appreciate how good the sun feels on your face and feel the warmth being absorbed into your very core. Feel this warmth comforting and soothing your spirit, and notice your mood lift as you experience this cozy feeling. As your mood elevates, feel how grateful you are to be experiencing this moment, and send a thought of gratitude out to the universe. Open your eyes, take a deep breath, and go on with your day. I love that. I love that so much, and I'm so very grateful and happy that we got the sun for this reading. I love that very much. Well, I want to thank you all for taking time out of your day to listen to me, fumble about and be weird and awkward with how everything has been going. But I hope to to have you listen to my wonderful and amazing voice on the next episode where I talk about Avon. I do have a Facebook page. It is, of course, Every Which Way. On Instagram, on Instagram, my tag is Witch of the Gathering. I also have an email, WitchoftheGatheringPodcast, that you can email me if you want to, and tell me how much you love the show, or how much you hate the show, or how much you think the show is okay, or how my voice annoys the ever-living crap out of you and you want me to stop talking. Or any suggestions, And if you could do a sister a favor and just share this podcast around, tell your friends, your families, your aunts, your uncles, your moms, your dads, your grandmas, your grandpas, your cousins, your sisters, tell them about this and tell them to come listen to me make a fool of myself. Any help would be greatly appreciated. I would like to see this community grow. I know it's still just a very small one, but I would really love to, meet new friends and just spread a little bit of happiness and sisterhood and companionship around. Because I think that in today's world, we need it. We need that more than anything else. So yeah. I want to thank you again, and I hope that you all have a marvelously magical Monday. Until next time, see ya. Where is the stop button?